What is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. Patriots Global here, back with another video, and in this one, I have an update here for you guys on Patriots tight end Jonnu Smith and that injury that he suffered here against the Packers. You guys have been asking me on YouTube in the comment sections and my direct messages asking me, do I have an update here on Jonnu? And we finally have one. So Jonnu Smith against the Packers did go out fairly early. That did leave Hunter Henry as the Patriots' only tight end. Now, Jonnu did finish the game against the Packers, playing a total of 17 snaps. That ranked for 29% of the Patriots' offensive snaps last week. Now, unfortunately, the injury that Jonnu suffered is something that the Patriots have seen a lot of as of late, as Jonnu Smith is dealing with an ankle sprain just like Mac Jones did. Now, the difference here between Mac Jones and Jonnu Smith is that Jonnu is dealing with a low ankle sprain, as where Mac Jones was dealing with a high ankle sprain. Jonnu, in his case, should not have to get surgery at all, and he's considered week to week, or as Bill Belichick would say, day by day. Now, in yesterday's practice here, Jonnu did not participate in team activities, or I should rather say team practice. That is a concerning sign, but he actually did turn to practice today. He was a limited participant, as I'm sure you could have guessed, so he wasn't a full participant, but the fact that he was able to get back just the second practice this week and at least be a limited participant does give him the opportunity to play this week against the Lions. Now, although it is a low ankle sprain, I would expect that he is likely to miss this game. It is just against the Detroit Lions. The Patriots should be fine. I think the Detroit Lions are playing still good football. I mean, at the end of the day, the Patriots and Detroit, they have the same record right now. They are both 1-3. But if there was any game for Jonnu to miss, it would either be against the Jets or it would be against Detroit here. So I think if the Patriots want to make sure that he is healthy for the second half of this season, then I think the best way of doing so is to sit him out against this game. I think one of the best things that they can do, you play Hunter Henry a lot, you elevate a tight end from your practice squad, and just run a lot of 11 personnel. Don't run a lot of 12 personnel and 2 tight end sets at that point. Just heavily rely on Hunter, and if Hunter, for God bid, goes down, which knock on wood he doesn't, then you have a practice squad tight end that could still step in. Something that I would expect them to do is do exactly what they did last week when Jonnu went down, and that is bring in another offensive lineman. In this case, it would be Marcus Cannon if he's not the starter, or Isaiah Wynn if Marcus Cannon is the starter, and use him as an extra blocker, because the Patriots did that a lot here with Jonnu in their 2 tight end sets. Jonnu, of course, had that ability to either go out for a route then or just stay in line blocking. You obviously know that, hey, if you're going to have an offensive lineman, you're specifically going to be blocking. But, whether it's Isaiah Wynn or whether it's Marcus Cannon, both are better blockers than Jonnu is going to be, which could prove to be something beneficial for the Patriots and likely Bailey Zappi in this game. Now, something else that I would expect if Jonnu does not play against Detroit, which again, I don't think he should, is that you're going to have another wide receiver on the field. Again, the Patriots so far this season have ran a lot of 12 personnel. They've had Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith on the field a lot more than I think fans realize just because of lack of production. But I think this is a way that you're able to get somebody like Lil Jordan Humphrey and hopefully even Kendrick Bourne a lot more implemented into this game. And the Patriots need somebody like Lil Jordan Humphrey and specifically Kendrick Bourne. And I think if Kendrick Bourne can get more opportunities in this game and pop off, which again against Detroit, he has a very good chance of doing so, that could show this team, could show Matt Patricia and Bill Belichick that, hey, Kendrick Bourne, he deserves to be playing even when Jonnu comes back and you're playing 12 personnel. Now again, this is a low ankle sprain compared to Mac Jones' high ankle sprain, and I do think that Jonnu is a big boy. He's a big tight end. I think he'll muscle through it if he needs to, but it was also described that he is likely to miss some time. And with a low ankle sprain, for sure, I think that Jonnu could push through this if he really wanted to. I think that he'd be limited in this game either way, but if he really wanted to push through, I believe he could. I just think the smart thing to do is wait this game out. The Patriots should be able to win it even without Jonnu. Make sure that he's fully healthy when he comes back. You have Mac Jones coming back within a couple of weeks. let's not hurt this offense any more than you need to. And again, that same thing even goes for Mac Jones or any of these other players that the Patriots are playing that, are injured. You don't want to force them back too soon and then end up causing a longer-term injury, which takes them out of commission for longer and, again, ultimately just hurts your team. But this also does bite the Patriots in the butt a little bit here, and this is something that I was worried about when they let go of Devin Asiasi. And I think they believed that they could get Devin Asiasi back on the practice squad because Devin Asiasi, once he was cut, was actually still in Gillette Stadium, was still in Foxborough, before he found out that the Cincinnati Bengals had actually claimed him off of waivers, and now he is a tight end on their 53-man roster, and the Patriots didn't decide to make any trades or pick up another tight end. And this team, over the last several years, I cannot remember the last time this team has not had 3 tight ends at least on this roster. The only time in recent history that I can recall the Patriots not having 3 or at least 2 tight ends, at least 2, was that game against I believe the Steelers a couple of years ago. Gronk ended up being out because of what I believe was him being suspended, and Dwayne Allen had to step up in that game. But other than that, the Patriots have always rolled with 3 tight ends. One was really always more of a backup guy in case someone got injured. And again, in the Patriots case here, when they're a team that's running a lot of 2 tight end set packages, a lot of 12 personnel, if one of those guys goes down, you obviously cannot run that 12 personnel. So you should have, at minimum, 3 tight ends on your roster. And unfortunately, New England just does not have that. I told you guys before that I was concerned because of Jonnu's injury history and Hunter Henry's injury history, and that there very well could be a moment where at least one of these guys is injured, and that's exactly what the situation is here. Now again, I do think the Patriots, at least for one game, can very much well get by with just 1 tight end in Hunter Henry, but Hunter Henry hasn't been himself, and Hunter Henry also is very injury prone, even dealing with injuries this offseason. So if he goes down, the Patriots are absolutely screwed because now you do not have a single tight end. And don't get me wrong, I will also say this is definitely a big loss for the Patriots. While Jonnu Smith hasn't exactly popped off for the Patriots, and really neither of these tight ends have popped off for the Patriots, so far throughout this season, Jonnu has without a doubt been the better tight end between him and Hunter Henry. The Patriots just need to use him a little bit more, especially in space, and we've seen them use him a couple times in space and the potential that it brings. For whatever reason it is, Hunter Henry is struggling this season. He's not looking good as an inline blocker. He's not looking good as a receiver. And if there's any moment where he needs to step up, it's going to be right here. And I think all eyes are going to be on Hunter Henry to see, hey, you're the only tight end. You need to step up. Can you do it? But what are your guys' thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to leave a big like on this video and subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. But like always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and go Pats.